Hello, fellow Tarnished. It is Stubbs the Wizard, your host with the most, back for another episode in um, the game of Elden Ring, and we are playing as a stealth wizard. Now, I'm going to take a moment. We're getting ready to go out here and do some things up here, like the Revenger Shack, the Severo Jail, um, which I don't really know what's in that. I know Edgar will attack me here, but anyway. I'm gonna let me remove the beacon here. Okay. I'm gonna take a moment to go to my proving grounds um, to demonstrate the multiplicative bonuses on weapons. So we're gonna come over here to the proving grounds, which is here. So why I'm doing this is I had a very good question from the White Star 666 and Hyperblaster also did a response. And the question that was asked of me is why two staves of loss, right? So let's take a moment to look. We have well, let's see, get the right thing here. So there's the stats. Now you see there, I can only use on this character. I'm restricted only using those night spells, or also called invisibility spells. And the Staff of Loss buffs that. Now I got intelligence of 99. So I'm at maximum buff of my, this based on intelligence scaling. So, but that's going to be the same. So we don't got to take that into account. So we look here, you see there's two Staffs of Loss at plus 25. And then we have this armor. None of this armor buffs anything. It looks cool. Arrow's Reach Talisman does not buff. It increases the range of Ambush Shard. This, I think, boosts 4% of damage on the sorceries. This boosts 8. And I'm not sure what this boosts on charge spells. We can find that out. I'll show you how to calculate it. So the comment was they're asking why I used. Well, one of them was I guess White Star 666 was asking why do I use two staves of loss and why am I dual wielding? And Hyperblaster answered as well. But here's the thing: each of these staves boost the output of night spells by 30%. So you'd think it would be 60, but it's not because it's multiplicative. So, and we're going to show this here at the proving ground in a second. So what happens is one Staff of Loss multiplies your damage by 1.3. That equals 30%. Okay? And this Staff of Loss boosts your damage by 1.3 as well, which is another 30%. But here's the thing. If you take 1.3 times, so you take your damage times 1.3, then multiply that by 1.3, you're actually boosting it by 1.69, so it's almost 70% boost. Then you multiply that by 1.04, 1.08, and etc. And so what we're going to do to experiment with this, I'm going to take off, I'm going to gradually add these back in, but I'm taking off everything but one Staff of Loss, and I'll just get rid of this for giggles. Alright, and we are going to test on Night Comet with one Staff of Loss. And the way you can figure out the percentage is you take the damage. Okay, that was 1364. Let me write that down. 1364. Okay, and then what you're going to do is we're going to enable another Staff of Loss. So now we're going to dual wield. Okay, dual wield. Hit the wrong button. And let's put that staff of loss in. By the way, Heart of Hallownest, I'll mark you in this video too, because Heart of Hallownest, who used to be Abyss Watcher, actually inspired this run, and this will shred. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the new damage. Then to find the percentage, all you have to do is take the new damage divided by the original damage, and then subtract 1. And that'll give you the percentage boost. So we're going to wait for this guy. And we're going to wait so that he is not alerted to us, because I think that might reduce damage as well if they're watching you. Let's make sure we got night. Yep, Night Comet is on still. Okay, let's get him to turn around. Okay, 1762. 1762. Alright, so let me go and we'll do the math here. And anybody wants to, you can follow along at home or wherever you are watching this. So we're going to take 1762 divided by 1364, and then we're going to subtract 1. Oh, yeah, you know what, I did that wrong. So that was kind of foolish of me. The first damage we're going to do, I just left out a part, so that's, I gotta figure out how to test this better, because what that got was there's a 30% buff when you add another staff in between the two damages. So let's see, the sorcerer scaling is 352. Let's find another staff that is about 352. 386. That might be close enough. 388. Let's see, 352. Well, this is going to kind of mess up. It's not going to be exact, but it'll be close-ish. Alright. So what we might find out is that, and I'll admit this is the case, we might find out that it's actually not multiplicative. That we've been lied to in the wiki. So this will be close-ish. It's, the staff does not buff night sorceries. And let's get this guy to turn around. Okay, 1150. That's gonna be our starting mark. Okay, so that's gonna be close enough. It's not gonna be exact because the sorcery scaling is not quite right. I just bowed to the tree for no apparent reason. Alright, so what we will find is, to do the calculation, we now take my phone shut off and I need the calculator on Okay, so now we're going to take 1762 divided by 1150, and then we're going to subtract 1. So that is 53% change. So I guess I don't know exactly what to believe. It's supposed to be multiplicative. But I would have to get a staff that actually has the same sorcery scaling. So we can try it. Let's try it this way. I'll test it with one of the Graven Mass Talismans. I should have thought about the testing of the staff better, because the sorcerer scaling really affects it. Okay, so with both of these we get 1762 on a charge spell, and so we're going to equip the small or the Graven School Talisman. I think that I didn't really say. I think this is 4%. So we would expect, if you have 1762 going up by 4%, oops, I miscalculated. So times 1.04. So 4% will be 1832 or 1833. Let's go up and see this guy. I don't know where he went. Let's try it on him. See if it's the same. 1836. So you can see where that's multiplicative. 1.3 times 1.3 times 1.04. And so that was actually ended up being more than 4%, right? Because it's multiplying it. So then when we take, so let's add the other Graven Mass in. That's 1762 times 1.04 times 1.08. So if it's multiplicative, this should be at 1979. And I realize this is probably really boring for most people, but some subscribers asked a question, so I'm experimenting with it. Now with this one, we would expect, if it's multiplicative, it should be somewhere around 1979 damage. That would be not additive, because if it's additive, you just add 12%. $19.79, so that's definitely multiplicative. That was below. That was actually over what we'd say for multiplying the 1.08. The reason it's higher than I even calculated was because you're multiplying 1.3 times 1.3 times 1.04 times 1.08. Right, so that is how the damage works. This is why I'm dual wielding these Staves of Loss. Let's get these back to how they were. Okay. We want this one. Alright, so this will be the final fully multiplied damage output. Remember, we were with the 2 staves and the 2 other talismans, we were doing 1983. And we're going to make sure this guy's not looking at us. And I apologize for not working out the math better on the staves of loss, because I had forgotten to account for the sorcery buff. So that other talisman takes it to 2287 from 1983. So anyway, this is why dual wielding staves of loss with night spells just shreds things. Now, I had experimented because Heart of Hallowness had asked me to, before this is New Game Plus. This is my first New Game Plus in Elden Ring. And we found with 1 Staff of Loss, the night stuff still did really good damage, but there was other glintstone stuff that would still out damage it with the carrion staff. And I'm going to do one more night spell here that I have available. I will see. There it is. I don't know the particular use of this, the Unseen Blade, but I am going to try it if I get summoned for PvP, because one of the benefits of the night spells is that the enemies, non-human enemies, will not dodge it. So but when I get summoned for PvP, you know, like to do a hunter or something like that, the human people dodge it, they see it. So I wonder if I do Unseen... Oh, I can't do Unseen Blade. Well, slap my butt and call me Alice. Why can't I do Unseen Blade? Makes right-hand armament completely invisible. I don't really know why. I don't know why I can't cast it. Let's see if we take this off. Let's let me do it? No. Let's try this. Huh. I don't... Okay. I guess I can never use that spell. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off. And Eternal Darkness is pretty interesting. I'm going to probably try that with Gideon to see what happens with his spells, because that will draw spells away from you. At any rate, I'm going to go back to where we started this. And while I do, I want to take a moment to give a shout out to the Free Time Creators Collective. That's a group that I am a part of, and we're a bunch of content creators that do gameplay that, pardon me, that we post in our free time. And so on the channels you'll find different games, different play styles, different recording methods, and we just do it for the love of the game. And I'm going to put the I'll put the links to the other creators in the description eventually, and just give them a click, look at their channel, see what you think. Give them a like. I'm sure they'd appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel if you want to. And as for this video, I would appreciate a like, and I would be overjoyed if you subscribe to the channel, and also comments. I really enjoy the comments and engaging with everybody. That always makes my day. And actually, this is why I actually spent this whole video going over the mathematics of combat damage with this particular character, because of comments. So what I'll do is I'm going to stop it here. We'll pick it up here next time. And I'd appreciate a like and subscribe, comments. That'd be great. And I thank you for watching. As long as you keep watching.